All right, just thought I'd stop in for a little bit. Going to be going out to do music in a little while. I know nobody was expecting me, and who knows, maybe nobody will even come in. But not going to do a Howie Shanks game. I just thought maybe let a baseball game run here in Out of the Park 24 or something, and just have a baseball chat. So at least start a game, let it play through, whatever, have some fun. And if people come in, that's really, really good. Um, so it just came from the end of a Robbie Wartburg stream. He was doing something in 1985 and baseball for Windows. Surprise, surprise. So good stuff there. So yeah, but I mean, Robbie did bring up something I think that was really good. There he is. Robbie brought up something really good, and I mean, I haven't read anything in Discord, but I'm hoping people aren't don't get stressed about the Howie Shanks League, guys. This is really, as I've said, Robbie said, this is just for fun. It really is just for fun. So let's, maybe try to remember that, right? Just a game. So it's just a game. It's just a game. Really a chance for us to hang out, chance for us to just do whatever and, keep the competition fun. Got to see a fun minor league baseball game last night. Washington Senators, Harrisburg Senators, who's a farm team of the Washington Nationals Double A, beat the Richmond Flying Squirrels, who are, I guess they're an affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. Great bottom of the 10th inning win. It was brilliant. There's Big Clue. He says happy Saturday. So no, I don't mind, Robbie. Of course I don't mind because it is just about fun. So yeah, and I mean I'm doing other. Look, I'm not stressing, man. I have other projects, baseball projects I want to do. I mean, it's not like the Howie Shanks League is all I want to do. So yeah, let's just have some fun with it, guys. There shouldn't be any stress about this. Really, none at all. So I'm just gonna fire up like one of these the all-time great franchise things, but we just chat baseball. It's not like I'm really gonna worry about doing a game so much. I just felt like hanging out with you guys for a little bit, and then get changed, go out, do some music. So yep, played a little game last night. After I got home from the ball game, and the all-time great Reds beat the all-time Pirates last night, 5-3. So there we go. Yeah, yep, 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 yep. So let's look at the. I'm just gonna look at this schedule, standings, whatever, and just pick a couple teams and let it play. I don't know. La da 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 da. I want to look at standings. Oh, this is the standings. All right, let's look at the bloody schedule then. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I keep looking at this. Yeah, whatever. These are all done games. Let's finish today. Oh, I have a game going already started with Cincinnati. Let's do that. I don't even know where it is, but let's have fun. Let's go to PNC Park. So, but you guys really want to just chat some baseball, certainly do that as well. This game's not getting as much love as it deserves, that's for sure. All right, so it's 4-1 Cincinnati in the top of the third. Garrett Cole having some difficulty with these Cincinnati Reds. Anybody stand out last night's game? So not really. I mean, I don't really follow baseball down that far to Double A. I mean, as far as like remembering players, but I do know that the pitching wasn't so good last night. So they used three pitchers. The whole pitch clock thing is weird. Did have a couple hit batsmen last night. That was fun. 2 home runs. But I wouldn't say there were any standout players that really stuck in my head. But some good ball, some good baseball fans. That's one thing about the minor leagues. It's far more relaxed, as you guys know, than going to see a major league game. And just a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun. So Robbie, wait, what's this? He says events occurred with a late night game last night that MV did, and I felt maybe today was excellent. So events kind of occurred. Like, what are you talking about? So maybe you put that up there and See what's up, huh? All right, here's Ed Roush, 1 for 1. So we're catching the inning or catching action at the top of the third here, and just letting the eye manage both teams. So this is the Reds versus Pirates. Garrett Cole deals, and Ed Roush gets the bunt down. It's a good one. So sacrifice complete, and so George Foster moves to second. So runner in scoring position, 1 down for Cincinnati, and that brings up Heining Rowe. Garrett Cole has the sign for Manny Sanguillen here as the wind and the pitch to Groh. Full count to him. Groh lays off, draws the walk. So Garrett Cole continuing to have some problems here, being touched up by the Reds. 4 runs back in the second. Wizards Gamer got a bit on the upset side about the YouTube latency when managed, and he up and quit. It is what it is. There is nothing that can be done about YouTube latency. There really, really isn't. Nobody can fix that. That's a YouTube thing, because one of the reasons why there is latency in it is because it's essentially buffering your video, and it has to have that. Otherwise, you guys know, if you any content creators, you should know this. If you've done a video and uploaded it to YouTube, you have to wait for it. But YouTube's doing that, so it's sort of in real time. But if you quit, I don't know if you quit the game or quit the league. I mean, it is what it is. People are going to get goofy like that. As far as I'll just pull my participation out of the league. I mean, this is supposed to be fun. That's why I came on yesterday for a little bit before I went out to a game. It's fun, and if we're going to lose sight of that, then let's just not do it. But hopefully that was just a little. Hopefully it didn't get too nasty. Yeah. All right. So here's Bubbles Hargrave, the catcher for the Reds. So he is 1 for 1, 2 on, 1 out. Foster at second, Groh at first. Garrett Cole, again, not a good game for him. 1 for 2 to Hargrave, and Hargrave cuts and misses. So nice fastball, 102. So Garrett Cole reaching back, pulling something out of his rear pocket there to put some extra gas on that. So 2 away here for Dave Concepcion. He quit the league and left the Discord. All right, well, I'm not chasing. I am not chasing. I'm really not chasing. If that's a World's Worst Gamer, Sean, that's his choice to do that. And I just hope he didn't get nasty with MV, because if he got nasty with MV, then that's another different issue altogether. I understand being upset at YouTube, but I hope he didn't get upset at MV. That would be really super uncool. All right, Garrett Cole now fires it in to Dave Concepcion. Concepcion swings. This one soft grounder to short, and up and over with it is Archie Vaughn to retire the side. However, and the Reds actually strand 2, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and it's the Cincinnati Reds 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 1. Garrett Cole, and back at the top of the order, Tommy Leach and Paul Wainer. So Jose Rico has the sign from Bubbles Hargrave. Here is the wind and the pitch to Garrett Cole. Cole swinging on the first pitch, a little flare to right, and this one is going to float right into the glove of Vada Pinson. So 1 up, 1 down for the Pirates as we head back to the top of the order. Tommy Leach. Which is exactly what decided might be a good day to just remember this all for fun. Baseball should be for fun. Yep, absolutely. So that's why we just talk some baseball and chat. All right, here's Tommy Leach. Tommy Leach is 1 for 1. Paul Wainer waiting on deck. Rico deals. And Tommy Leach sends this one out to center field, coming in, and to his right just a bit is center fielder Ed Roush. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd for right fielder, left fielder, he's playing left field tonight, Big Poison Paul Wainer, because we've got Clemente and right. So Wayner playing a little bit out of position. Wayner today looks like he was walked by Rico. Jose Rico peers in, has the sign from Hargrave. Here's the wind and the 1-2 to Paul Wayner. So he sacrificed his last time up. Wayner cuts on this one, laced to left. This is going to get in the gap for extra bases. Nice drive there by Paul Wayner as he's heading for second, and he will slide in with a 2-out double. So the Buccos with a runner in scoring position. And that brings up Hannes Wagner. Wagner is 1 for 1 with a run batted in, so responsible for the lone Bucco run back in the first. Rijo with a check of Wayner at first. Wayner can steal the occasional base. And here's the 0-1. Wagner with that triple, and now Rijo plunks the Flying Dutchman. So Wagner aboard here, 2 away, and that brings up Roberto Clemente. So Clemente 0 for 1 today in the season, hitting .311 with a home run. Here is the wind in the 2-2. Clemente swings, base hit up the middle. So the Bucks looking to cut this lead in half, and coming around third, but the throw home, this one's going to get by Hargrave. So Wayner is safe thanks to the error. So Ed Roush with a throwing error allow the Buccos to score one. And it's now the Reds 4 and the Pirates 2. And the man at the plate, Arky Vaughan, one of baseball's great shortstop, was tutored by the guy on third, in my opinion, and the opinion of many, the game's greatest shortstop. So Arky Vaughan, he's hitting .333 in a season. He's got a home run, 11 runs batted in, 0 for 1 in today's contest. No, Robbie, only in AAA right now are they using robo-umps, which makes sense. And they're balls and strike umps. They're not like out on the base paths or anything like that. Pitchers, catchers not using the signal thing yet, and the low or the mid minors, so AA. The AAA, they are using the ball and strike umps, and that means they're probably coming to the majors next year. But nope, and still only 3 umpires at the AA level. So, all right, Rijo from the stretch to Arky Vaughan, the 1-0, and Vaughan sends this one into the alley and left, and Vaughan is going to have himself, looks like 2 RBI, and Vaughan's going for 3, and it is a 2 RBI triple for Arky Vaughan, and the Pittsburgh Pirates tie this game in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wagner and Clemente scoring on the Vaughan triple. It is now 4-4. And here is Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla hitting .250, 2 RBI in the season. Vaughan at third. The Buccos tying it up here in the bottom of the 3rd. Rijo deals. Bonilla swings. This one sent to center field, and Ed Roush ranging over to his right and makes the catch. However, the Pittsburgh Pirates put 3 runs up there and tie it. We are 4-4 as we go to the top 4th. Robbie, big clue had asked you, I guess you didn't see it as you were ending your stream, who's your favorite Rangers player fielded this year? Jose Rijo, Vada Pinson, and Pete Rose due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Sanguin sets the target for Garrett Cole. Cole with a strikeout, 2 walks through 3 innings. Let's look. Detroit and Houston tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th. The Giants and the Diamondbacks also 1-1. The Padres and Miami tied at 1. The White Sox leading the Minnesota Twins 3-2. Toronto Blue Jays over the Cleveland Indians 2-0 in the 4th. And there we go for right now. That is the Kansas City Monarchs 1-0 over the New York Yankees. The Mets 5-0. No-hitter going there against St. Louis. I forget who WDC is. Anyhow, the Cubs edging Philadelphia right now 2-0. Texas and Seattle will be later. Not on my channel, but anyhow. Anaheim beating Oakland 3-1, and that does it for the out-of-town scoreboard for right now. We'll check it in a little bit. Tough when he's familiar, I guess we'd have to say DeGrom. All right. Garrett Cole winds and fires. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Rijo doubled his last time up. This time, ground ball to third, but up and over with it is Tommy Leach. So Rijo's retired, and there's MV. Yeah, just coming in really a baseball chat or whatever. MV just feeling like giving some out of the park baseball some love. I heard there was an incident last night. I hope that doesn't dissuade you from broadcasting as well. But I guess I'll get the particulars when I do. So I hear we have a manager that dropped out. If it got nasty, MV, maybe you and I will talk on chats on Discord or talk or whatever. All right, Vada Pinson is 1 for 2. The run batted in as we return to the top of the Cincinnati Reds order. This is a quick start league available for Out of the Park Baseball called Cooperstown. I don't know if it's available for Out of the Park 24, so look around and see. So no, you're all good, but play the game back. Not, yeah. Don't try to convince anybody. I mean, it is what it is. If he doesn't want to stay, he doesn't want to stay. Cole now delivers to Vada Pinson. Tripled his last time up. Pinson cuts on this one. Little flare to left coming in, and plenty of time will be. Big poison, Paul Wainer. It's 2 up, 2 down here for Cincinnati, and here's Charlie Hustle. Rose 1 for 2 in the game, a run batted in. He's hit 348 this season thus far. Garrett Cole winds and fires the 2-1 to Rose. Rose cuts on this one. Fly ball out to right field, and Roberto Clemente has it measured and makes the catch. So the Cincinnati Reds go down in order, and the score remains 4-4, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Yeah, he'll be back if he wants to, exactly. I mean, shit happens. Shit happens. And then it unhappens, it always seems. No one's going to throw him out of the league. I mean, if he got abusive at somebody, they'd say, hey, dude, maybe take a few games break, but he's going to kick him out. No, you're welcome. On my part, I wasn't thinking, but I thought after hearing the end of Robbie, I thought, yeah, you know what, it is about fun. Let's just get back to what's fun. Community, baseball, whatever. Here's Little Poison, Lloyd Wainer. He's hitting 500 in the young season. Just 1 for 2, 0 for 1 today. Rijo deals to Lloyd Wainer. And Wainer swings a little nubber to first. And ranging over to his right and picking it up is Joey Votto. And he will retire Wainer for the first out of the inning. And here is Manny Sanguillen. Love Manny Sanguillen. Having a slow start to the season, hitting only 167. He's 0 for 1 today. Rijo rubbing up the ball, ready to bring it, and here it comes. Sanguillen cutting on the first pitch, dribbler to second, and no problem for Heine Grove to make the 4-3 putout. 2 buckos away, and here's Garrett Cole, who's nothing for 1. Rijo delivering the 3-0 to Garrett Cole, and Garrett Cole will lay off and draw the walk. So that walk on 4 pitches, and the Buccos with a runner aboard, and we get back to the top of the order and Tommy Leach. So the Buccos with a big inning back in the 3rd to tie it up, 4-4. Tommy Leach 1 for 2 on the day. Tommy Leach playing 3rd base tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's game at PNC Park. I'm not using the stadium mods for this all-time great franchise league. I like the look. There's something I like about them playing in these ballparks. It's a lot of fun. The current ballparks. Rijo delivers now to Tommy Leach. Flied out his last time up. Leach tried to hold up, and they say nope. You went around, grab some pine. So side retired. The the Bucks manage a walk and leave a man, and that's it. Top of the 5th we go here at Pittsburgh. And Cincinnati and Pittsburgh knotted at 4. Joey Votto, George Foster, and Ed Roush due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Votto having a pretty good start to the season. He's hitting 300. And in today's game, he's 1 for 2. So Votto, 10 RBI overall thus far. Garrett Cole fires it in. Votto grounded out to Bonilla's last time up, and a big cut and a miss. 98 miles an hour from Garrett Cole. Ball going around the horn. 1 red up, 1 red down for George Foster. Foster having a great start. 345 for him. 2 homers, 9 ribbies. Foster nothing for 1 today. Garrett Cole. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Foster. Foster swings. This one line to right. This is going to get down for at least a base hit. It's going to go to the corner, hitting the foul pole. And Foster with a slide, the throw to second, in there in plenty of time. So Clemente with a strong arm, but trying to chase that jumping bean out there near the foul pole. And George Foster with a nice 1-out double. So the Reds threatening here with the 1 away, and a runner in scoring position as Ed Roush comes to the dish. Roush 1 for 1 in the day. Garrett Cole fires it home. Full count to Roush. Little chopper. Cole has it. Having trouble getting the throw off, and Roush too much speed. And Roush makes it to first base. Call that with an infield single. And George Foster at third. So ducks in the pond for Cincinnati. Runners at the corner for Heine Gross playing second base tonight. Groh is 8 for 32 overall in the season. 31 batted in. Here's the pitch. Groh pops this one, twisting on the right-hand side, foul, and right into the glove of Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla playing first for Bubbles Hargrave now. 2 down. Foster at third, Roush at first for Cincinnati. From the stretch, Garrett Cole deals. And Bubbles Hargrave, liner to center field. And this is going to get down for a base hit. And it's going to be an RBI single for Bubbles Hargrave. And the Reds retake the lead. It's 5-4. The Reds with 10 hits in this game. The Pirates with 5. Dave Concepcion now, the Reds shortstop, 1 for 2 today. 333 start to the season for him. 15 for 45 overall, a home run, 2 runs batted in. Cole working from the stretch, Concepcion the 3-1, and Concepcion taken all the way. And Garrett Cole walks his third. So the base is loaded, and maybe possibly good news for the Pirates. This pitcher, Jose Rijo, is up, and Rijo with a double in this game, 2 runs batted in, so not an automatic out. Cole from the set, and the 3-0, and that went outside, and a run will trot home. The Reds now leading 6-4, and that's it. The quick hook. Garrett Cole is done. Jesse Tannehill will come on. Tannehill has pitched just 2 innings in this the early season thus far. 3 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts for the Bucko pitcher. So Robbie, did you do that little research about the Merkle play that I put that nice website, and I'm surprised you missed that. That's something I've referred to a lot in my channel. I was kind of taken aback. So that one, I hope that article helped you. Again, the rule in baseball says that if a forced play is possible, the runner has to run, the play has to be completed. So what happened actually in that game, don't know if you read that or not, but you know, the crowd was already rushing out in the field. Merkle saw that the run had scored, so instead of going all the way to second, which baseball rules say Merkle should have done, he turned and started going toward the clubhouse. Johnny Evers saw it because in a game against the Pirates 2 weeks ago, Not only was Evers in that game, but the umpire um, who decided that play or whatever was also there. So Evers started jumping up and down on the sack after they fought some guy. They actually beat up some guy to get the ball. Got back to Evers. He's jumping up and down in the bag. It took the National League president 3 days to rule that if the game needed to be replayed, it would be done so at the end of the season, and that is exactly what happened. So, of course, that was one of the things too that many people alluded to with that long Cubs curse, the drought, if you will, everything from the Billy Goat to the Merkle Boner. The Giants felt they were robbed of that, and I guess the Cubs, maybe Johnny Evers unwittingly began the curse. As we know, the Cubs would not win for what, over a century. They would not win another World Series. So there we go. That's the Merkle Boner. Jesse Tannehill now to deal to try to get out of this messy situation. Garrett Cole responsible for the runners. Liner to left. And this is going to get down in front of Paul Wainer for a base hit. And that's going to be a 2 RBI single. And the Bucks just having a rough time. So Vada Pinson with a 2 RBI single, and it's now an 8-4 lead. And we can talk all kinds of baseball. And in fact, I'm going to. I'm going to try and pause in between at bats and let the game just play. So at this point, I'm not even going to worry about it. Just have some fun. Looks like Tannehill, again, maybe he's just sweeping off the bases. I have no idea. So Jose Rijo scores, and it's now 9-4 Reds. Here's the delivery to Joey Votto. This one line to center. Another base hit, and the Reds hit machine just keeps on coming. Joey Votto picking up the RBI single. And it's now 10-4 Cincinnati. The Reds have played at 6. Well, he really had no choice but to call it needing a replay. So bases loaded once again. Joey Votto was in motion, but yeah, it really did. They just tough decision. Here's Ed Roush. Roush lines this one to left, down into the glove of Paul Wainer. But what a mess! The Cincinnati Reds score 6 times and lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 10-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Here at PNC Park. So this is really kind of fun because since this is completely hands-off doing this way, it really feels like you're calling a game. Here's Paul Wainer, doubled his last time. Wainer, little number to third, but up with it, and in plenty of time is Pete Rose for out number 1. Here's Hannes Wagner. Wagner swings, and this one nubbed out in front of the plate. Wagner with good speed, and he beats it out. So Hargrave not able to catch Hannes Wagner, and that's going to be an infield single for the Flying Dutchman. 1 down. The Bucks have a lot of work to do here in the middle innings. And here's Roberto Clemente. RBI singles last time, grounded to third. Looks like the Reds are going to turn 2. Inning-ending double play, the pitcher's best friend. So the Pirates get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. The Reds leading 10-4 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. PNC Park, really a beautiful, beautiful ballpark. It's nice intimate 33,000 capacity. Here's Heine Groh, popped up back in the 5th. Groh swings, laces this to right, and it's going to get down and bounce for Roberto Clemente. But Groh not even trying to fake it to second, not going to challenge that howitzer out there, that arm of the Great One. So runner aboard for Cincinnati, nobody out, and here's Bubbles Hargrave. And this one's gonna bounce around out in left field, and Hargrave going for two. The throw to the cutoff man, and Hargrave in there with a double. Big Clue says PNC is his favorite National League park. It is a sweet, sweet park. I'm not even buying Out of the Park Go this year, Robbie. I'm hearing it's overheating people's devices, and I noticed last year it was doing the same thing. Dave Concepcion hard grounder to first, and they're going to look the runner back. The quick throw to Bobby Bonilla, and they get Concepcion. Here's Jose Rico. Walked his last time up, and this one a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So 2 away. And here's the delivery to Vada Pinson. Pinson swings, grounded to short. Arky Vaughn has it and throws on to Bobby Bonilla, and that is the final out. No runs, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2-man left, and the Reds holding on to the Reds with a 10-4 lead. That's something that they do. Little flare out here to right, by the way. And Vada Pinson takes it in. A Big Clue saying it teaches classic customer service by using PNC personnel as an example. They're that good. They really are. And I'm not saying that just out of bias. It's a good, fun ballpark. I'll tell you another one I will give to, at least the last time I was there, was Camden Yards. Very good as well. But yeah, the Pirates have something special in that ballpark. Now we just need a good team to go along with it. Fly ball to right. I don't even know who the hell's batting it. There we go. So, okay, so Bonilla just gets back there, almost double off. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen laces this one to left, but ranging to his right and making a catch is Ed Rouse. And the Buccos get a walk, and that's it. And we go to the top of the 6th. And we're going to go ahead and hit escape on this. Hopefully we will get a stop to this. Yeah, there we go. We're out of it because I want to catch up with chat. That's more important. Yep, that's very true, MV. Each ballpark does have its own unique food. It's very true. Yeah, you know, Baltimore's gotten bad. It's too bad. That ballpark, Camden Yards, is so sweet. You know, you've got in the field level seats, at the row seats, you have the insignia, the logo for the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. It's a beautiful ballpark. You've got that old railroad warehouse out beyond right field, and if you took away the lights and a few of the amenities, like, you know, the scoreboard and that, you would feel that you were in a dead ballpark. Just great, just absolutely great. Baltimore's dangerous, MV. It's dangerous. That part of the city used to be, but the Inner Harbor's not. Yeah, the warehouse usage was pure genius, says Big Clue. Janet Marie Smith deserves the Buck O'Neill Award. How about it? Yeah. And those it's just such a sweet ballpark, Camden Yards. I gotta tell you, I mean, you know, Great American's a nice ballpark. I like it. Of course, Wrigley renovated. Nice job. Last game I was at Wrigley Field was before the renovation, and man, oh man, I think that Wrigley Field has the record for, at that time, like the worst. Like the restroom facilities were just god awful in Wrigley. God. Yeah, Cooperstown. So Cooperstown is about as safe as you can get, MV. They don't allow, if you go to Cooperstown, New York, there's not even No fast food there. Um, it's pretty something. Um, well, Robbie, the only way I would try that is if you guys have a vegetarian version of it. Remember, I don't eat animals. So, no, not in Cooperstown. No, 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 no. Dude, that's so. Hey, there's Bobby Catalano. So, yeah, I mean, Cooperstown, they've got the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum and library, which you really can't borrow books. It's not like it's no, it's this sort of very bucolic town. So another reason why baseball is better than F-ball. So the F-ball Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio, and it's right off an interstate. The Baseball Hall of Fame is in this beautiful upstate New York near Lake Otsego. It's just this little tiny town. It's got the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's got the James Fenimore Cooper Museum, the Farmers Museum. And yeah, it's just, but definitely worth it, MV. The only tip I would say is do not go to the Baseball Hall of Fame during induction weekend. Then it's nuts because there's no major roads going into Cooperstown. So getting a flight from, what do you mean? Well, you can't fly from JFK into Cooperstown. You can fly. I'm trying to think what the nearest city is from JFK. From there, you would go. So from Blighty, you would land from JFK. But if you want to fly in the United States, you're better off than going from LaGuardia. Or you could take. Oh, if you take rail, upstate New York is beautiful, MV. It really, really is. So here we are having a nice, friendly chat. We had one person drop out already. I don't care. But yeah, definitely upstate New York is just beautiful. All right, I'm just going to let this go ahead and play out. Pete Rose now. He has an RBI double in this, lined to right, but right into the glove of Roberto Clemente. So Pete Rose is out number one here in the top of the seventh. Here's Joey Votto, RBI single. And Votto looks at a called strike three. So Jesse Tannehill trying to quiet down these Cincinnati Reds. Here's George Foster now against Tannehill. Tannehill swinging on the first pitch. Line drive to right, going back on it, and playing it on the hop is Roberto Clemente. So Foster on with a single. Foster's been pretty tough today on these Pirates. Big story, the Cincinnati Reds putting up two big innings. 4 in the second and 6 in the fifth. Here's Ed Roush. Ed Roush, a little seeing eye single up through the middle, and Foster's going for third, and he will easily make it in. So runners at first and third for the Cincinnati Reds. 2 away here in the top of the seventh. Tannehill will now face Heine Groh. Groh swings, grounded to second, and this should do it, and it does. Hannes Wagner making the 4-3 putout. 7th inning stretch time at PNC Park. It's the Reds 10, the Pirates 4. Oh yeah, definitely. Welcome in, Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Beans. Yeah, definitely Pete Rose would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He was a great player, but baseball will cut you a lot of breaks, but not when it comes to gambling. Just ask the ghost of Shoeless Joe Jackson. Here's the pitch. Dolph Luke now in to pitch for Cincinnati. Tommy Leach, little flare into right, ranging hard over toward the foul line, however, is Vada Pinson. And makes the grab. So 2 up, 2 down. And here is Paul Wainer. Paul Wainer, lazy fly ball to right. And once again, it's the Vada Pinson show. So that does it for the Bucks here in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's Cincinnati 10, Pittsburgh 4. Bernard Stroom Sports Replays. We're going to hit escape here because I have a question for Bernard. Yes, I do. So Bernard, I waited to subscribe to your channel to about the time it was starting. Have you started yet, good sir? Would like to know. Bernard going to be starting to do some content. I mean, I'll be tuning in for the baseball content, and Bernard, I'm sure, I don't know if you do know or not know, I'm only a baseball fan. So really, really looking forward to what you're going to be doing. So guys, do me a favor, please. Family here, just hover over Bernard's handle there, the 3 dots. Go to channel and please subscribe. Please subscribe. MV asking Joey Votto worthy of the Hall of Fame. Okay, the first broadcast, guys, on Bernard's channel, please subscribe, is going to be Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So a lot of people in the community have been waiting for Bernard, a very, very knowledgeable baseball fan, waiting for him to get started. So do please subscribe. You know, we want to support each other. All right, so Bobby, MV have subscribed, and I know others have and or will. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just let this play out as it's been doing. Here's Bubbles Hargrave. He had a double back in the 6th. Here's a delivery from Jess Tannehill. Hargrave, little flare out to right field, and Clemente in and over to his right makes the catch for out number 1. Dave Concepcion is 1 for 3. Concepcion swings hard grounder to first. Bonilla is going to take it to the bag himself, waving off Tannehill, who's coming over to cover. It's a 2 up, 2 down for Cincinnati here in the top of the 8th for Dolph Luke, who is on in relief. And Luke tags this one to right. Clemente looks back, and this one's gone, and the Buccos cannot get a break. So Dolph Luke gets himself a solo shot, going 385 feet here at PNC Park. And it's all over but the crying. The Reds now leading 11-4. 18 hits in the game for the Cincinnati Reds. The Buccos 4 runs, 6 hits. The only sort of bad mark, if you want to call it that, against the Reds is just 1 error. That's it. So the Reds absolutely feasting on Pirate pitching today. Garrett Cole just not getting it done. Here's Adam Dunn coming into pinch hit. Getting an inning in here, I guess. And Adam Dunn looks at a called strike 3. Nice changeup from Jess Tannehill. And it's 11-4 Reds as we go to the bottom of the 8th here at PNC Park. MV talking about Bobby Castellano's site, very interesting. Hannes Wagner will lead it off here. Wagner swings, and he tags this one. Long fly ball to left, and you can kiss it goodbye. The Flying Dutchman, and what will certainly be a losing cause, just pounds this one 421 feet. So the Bucs get a run back. It's 11-5, and I love the little firework thing over there. This edition of Out of the Park Baseball is just brilliant on so many levels, not just the graphics. All right, here's Roberto Clemente, 1 for 3. Clemente swings, and this one's going to be down for a base hit in center field. Clemente making a wide turn at first, but he'll trot back and hold it first. So Dolph Luke now climbing the mound, and he will face Arky Vaughn. Arky Vaughn sends this to left, but this is going to fall right into the glove of George Foster. Clemente tagged, but he's going to stay at first. 1 down here for Bobby Bonilla. A little flare to left. Will this one get down? Running in hard on it and making a nice catch is George Foster. So the Bucs was just 1 on, 2 down. Here's Lloyd Wainer, flied out his last time up, 0 for 3. Wainer chopping ground ball to first, and taking it to the bag himself is Joey Votto. And the Bucks pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors in this Hannes Wagner home run. They strand one, and we go to the 9th. It's the Reds 11 and the Pirates 5. And I'm going to go ahead and hit escape so I can see what Jackass Whiskey and everybody has to say. So Bernard Stroom says that he'll mostly be broadcasting his 1950 Red Sox replay using PC Replay Baseball. He says, but since I have 8 other replays going, I'll work some others in as I get to know what you're doing. Excellent, Bernard. So looking forward to that. I hope that's Tuesday. I might have to catch that one on the flip side because I'll still be at work for a couple hours. But definitely going to be looking forward to some baseball, at least on your channel. It's good stuff. As Bernard is thanking everybody graciously for subscribing to his channel, guys. Thank you very much. All right. And Jackass Whiskey got some stuff done, he says. Who's my favorite Pirate player currently or all time? Jackass Whiskey. If it's all time, it's Hannes Wagner because he's also my all-time favorite baseball player. Currently, even though he's out for 4 months, my favorite 2023 Pirate is O'Neal Cruz. Although a lot of love to Brian Reynolds too. All-time Hannes Wagner. No, hands down, all day, 24/7, Hannes Wagner. And as I said, he's also my all-time favorite baseball player. All right. So Wilbur Cooper will come on and just pretty much get some innings and try to just keep these Reds quiet. The Reds scoring 4 in the 2nd, 6 in the 5th, and 1 in the 8th. The Buccos, 1 in the 1st. They held just a brief 1-0 lead in the, of course, the Reds coming back in the 2nd. But the Bucks picking up a run in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 8th. Rugby Wartburg, there's no escape. There's David Baseball Demos. He says, I let a pun slip on me his live stream today. Henry St. Louis was facing Steve Carlton. I couldn't resist a Ritz. Oh man, a Ritz Carlton reference. So David Baseball Demos is like he's the king of puns. Also a hell of a knowledgeable baseball fan. So David, I believe I was working today, but wasn't this day 1 of the NBC Game of the Week for 1970? You do 1975, right? Yeah. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Baseball Demos, please do. Let this game continue. All right, Wilbur Cooper is going to face Pete Rose. Here is the pitch. 2 for 5 for Rose. Rose swings, and this one up the alley in right for extra bases. Rose rounding first. He's going to make second easily and slides in with a leadoff double. And again, Pirate pitching might as well just be this huge Thanksgiving dinner for the Cincinnati Reds. Early in the season, though. And that will bring up Joey Votto, 2 for 5. Here's the 3-0 to Votto. Votto takes inside for ball 4. So Cooper giving up the walk. Ducks in the pond for Cincinnati, and nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Good crowd here at Pittsburgh. Here's George Foster now. The 1-1 to Foster. This is a potential double play. Nope, Pirates are just going to go for the shore out, and Archie Vaughn fires on to Bonilla. Here's Ed Roush, 3 for 4. Roush swings. Slow ground ball to short. Vaughn is not going to be able to get a throw off, and in fact, can't even get a grip on the ball, and the scorer's being nice and scoring that an infield single. So Ed Roush picking up the RBI. And it's now 12-5. Here's Heining Groh. Groh looks at a call, strike 3. So Sanguillen framing that pitch a little bit. Runners at the corners, 2 down here in the 9th. And really what is a laugher, 12-5. Here's Bubbles Hargrave, 3 for 5. Hargrave swings, and this one, good wood on that one, out to deep center, but right into the ball, right into the glove of Lloyd Wainer. Side retired, but Cincinnati gets a run on 2 hits, 2 left on, and it's 12-5 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, as Ernie Harwell would say, the harvest is in, indeed. Here's Sanguian. He is nothing for three. Zangi, base hit, right field. The Bucks have a long way to go here, though, let's face it. Sanguian rounding first. Hit number 9 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And striding to the plate is Ralph Kiner. Kiner swings and does nothing but a little grounder to short and grounds into the 6-4-3 double play. So, fearsome hitter, Ralph Kiner, but grabs some pine, 2 down. Here's Willie Stargell. Good to see Willie. Stargell grounds it to third, and this one's going to get past the third baseman into left field. Stargell going for 2, and Willie Stargell just in there with a 2-out double. How about that, baseball fans? All right, Stargell at second. And this one, Dolph Luke's delivery, this one gets away past Hargrave, and Stargell will move to third. This one scored a wild pitch. So the batter stands in. Here's Paul Wainer. Wainer swings and line drive right field. This is going to get down for a base hit. Paul Wainer picks up the RBI, and the Pirates now cut this huge lead in half. It's now 12-6 at the bottom ninth, 2 away. Bucks doing some swinging of some lumber here. All right, here's Hannes Wagner. Wagner strikes out, and that is the end of the game. So the Pirates lose this one 12-6 to the Cincinnati Reds. Again, early season. But this is really fun. If you play out of the park baseball and you're a content creator, and you don't feel you don't want to manage, try what I'm doing here. Like, let it play out. It's really, really fun because you're not controlling the speed of the game, and I like it. I think it's cool that you can do that. All right, so Hannes Wagner had a good game, but he couldn't keep the Pirates from falling 12-6 to the Cincinnati Reds at PNC Park. The Pittsburgh second baseman went 3 for 4 with a home run, triple, and was hit by a pitch while scoring 2 runs and driving in 2 in the loss. Jose Rijo got the win. So he goes to 2-1, pitched 6 1/3, giving up 6 hits and 4 runs while striking out 2 and walking 2. Pirates fall to 5-10 and continue their uninspiring start for the season. Isn't that true? The Cincinnati Reds improved to 9-6. Cincinnati relied on the hitting of Vada Pinson to pick up the win. The right fielder ripped a 2-run single in the top of the 5th to put the Reds on top 8-4. For the game, Pinson had 1 triple and 1 single in 5 at-bats. So there we go. We'll leave the game and we'll look at this. These are the standings are kind of crazy. This is obviously a big league. But we'll have a look here and see who's doing what. Yeah? Hello. Did I pick standings? No, apparently I didn't. So we'll just look at a few of the favorite teams that we have here. People. I know, well, for Cousin Ken, his Phillies would do the National League first. They're in first place at 8-7. Giants right behind them at 7-7. Bucks in last place in Division 1. So this is basically, these are there's 8 divisions of 4 teams. So the Big Clue Cincinnati Reds, 2 games behind the LA Dodgers. They're 9-6. The Dodgers are 11-4. So I know we have a couple Dodgers fans here. The Chicago Cubs are 10-5 right now. And I know we have some Mets fans. The Mets are a game back of the Cubs at 9-6. And then I don't know the way of anybody here. Rockies, Brewers, Padres, Diamondbacks. So, but anyhow, there we go. Kind of a weak division there, actually. The Rockies and Brewers tied for first, and they're at 7-8 each. In the American League, I know in the American League Division 1, ton of Red Sox fans in this community. The Red Sox are in third place, 4 games back with a record of 8-7. The Yankees are at 12-3 with the Tigers. Steve Tate's team just 2 back of the Yankees at 10-5 in Division 2. I know we have an Angels fan. The Angels and the Twins are tied for first. They're 10-5. The White Sox, that's forever remain 90s team. They're one game back at 9-6, and then the Oakland A's 5-10, identical record with the Bucks. Again, early season though. Robbie's Texas Rangers in a rather weak division, in first place at 7-7, so 500 ball. They're a game up on the Seattle Mariners, who are 6-8. And then finally, we should talk about the Cooperstown Pioneers. They're at 8-7, along with the Kansas City Monarchs. The Monarchs not playing very good ball right now. They're 6-9. The Baltimore Orioles, um, sort of commanding Division Four, they're 11-4. But the best record thus far in this all-time great league belongs to the New York Yankees thus far. But early going. Okay, so Jackass Whiskey says he's sort of a Twins fan. Braun Strooms, his only issue with out of the park is it's very difficult to manage the pitching staff because pitchers get worn out when simming. You can fix that though, just like you can fix that. But you have to get deep into it like you can with Action PC. But yep. It can be some pause, real time. Let's go ahead and let that whatever we're doing here. I don't know what games are going what. Oh, these are all finals. All right. So, but you know what? They're still working on it, Bernard. And I mean, it's really a brilliant game. And again, I think that it's a perfect companion to Action PC Baseball. Um, I think they do enough different things that it's worth having both, and they're not expensive. Just off the rip, Action PC Baseball's, as you know, I mean, it is the bigger. It's the bigger investment if you want all the seasons. You could be smart like MV and just get them all at one go, or do like Big Clue and I and Steve have done, just buy them over the years like a decade at a time. But great baseball games, both of them, I think. All right, I don't know what's coming up on the schedule here. Giants and Diamondbacks, really doesn't interest me. We could do Rangers and Mariners. Okay, we'll probably do it time for one more game, don't we? So I will act as the Rangers just so we can do this. Or the Mariners. I'm going to be the Mariners. I'm not going to manage them. So two young franchises will go on it in this game, and we'll just again we're going to do what we did and just play. Let it play out. Whatever. Here we go. All right, we are on our way to T-Mobile Field, and let's just have some fun, yeah? And this time I'm just going to let it play out. Just have some fun. I won't call a couple innings. And let's do this. The Texas Rangers and Seattle Mariners. And first pitch swinging. Here we go. Oh, okay. I must have already had this game saved. I know why we jumped into it, because this game already started on its own, and that's something you can do in out of the park baseball. And I completely forgot that. That's been a while. So let's look at the defense here, and I've got to go to classic view so I can get the outfielders as well. View, classic 3D, and I found out something last night too. So you know that, oh, wow, hey, we just had a crash. Bummer. Oh, well, we'll just play. Doesn't matter. If you're using the classic 3D view, you can't use that really cool, that replay thing. So, later. Instead, I think, oh no, I didn't want to do this. I have that Mets Tigers thing for MV. Let's see if that's still here. Oh no, Tigers Mets. There it is. If MV's still here, let's do this. This was a project that I sort of left hanging. All right, so this is tied. So MV winning the 1984 Tigers and the 1986 Mets. So they're tied. Let's autoplay to next game. And today we're going to see Bob Ojeda against Juan Berenguer. And let's play ball. Let's play ball. I forgot all about this. All right, looks like Detroit with the edge. So Lenny Dykstra, let's look at the visiting New York Mets. Lenny Dykstra will lead it off. Wally Backman, Kevin Mitchell batting third. Darryl Strawberry in the cleanup spot. Mookie Wilson batting fifth. Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. I agree with Robert. Batting sixth. Now you're going to notice a DH in here, and not just because we're in Detroit. MV wanted a DH. So Tim Tuffle batting seventh, DH duties. Then Gary Carter. And then at short, Rafael Santana, Bob Ojeda takes the hill for the New York Mets. For the 1984 Tigers, it's going to be in this order: Alan Trammell, Kirk Gibson, Chet Lemon, Lance Parrish, Lou Whitaker, Larry Herndon, Darrell Evans, Johnny Grubb, and Tom Brookins. And Juan Berenguer will take the hill. So let's get to Tiger Stadium. Hopefully it's Tiger Stadium. It might be that old default ballpark. No, there it is. Good old Tiger Stadium. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so Lenny Dykstra will lead it off. He is 1 for 7 in this tournament. And looking at the defense, going around from left to right, Larry Herndon in left for the Tigers, and center Chet Lemon in right, Kirk Gibson around the horn. From first to third, Darrell Evans, Sweet Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, and Tom Brookins. Lance Parrish behind the plate. Juan Berenguer takes the hill. Lenny Dykstra is just 1 for 7 overall, leading it off here for the New York Mets. And there is Clee Baseball Fan 879, another channel to which one should subscribe. So welcome in. So Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Beans is one of his favorite Bucko players, was Kent Tecalvi. Really nice guy. Really nice guy, Kent Tecalvi. Got a chance to meet him. Real cool dude. He's a tall guy, but he's one of those tall people that's taller than he looks. If that makes any sense at all. All right, Dykstra steps in. Do I have this in full screen? Now I do. There we go. Oh, wow, what the hell happened there? All right, we'll have to fix that. We have to fix this camera angle. Ah, what the hell happened there? That's weird. All right, so, yep, wide, low. Wide, low. Strange. So let me see. Pitch action. What do we get for overview? I have no idea. So this is something else that I have discovered. Let's see what happens here as Wally Backman steps in. Yeah. So this is something I haven't touched since importing it from Out of the Park 23, and it looks like it didn't save those camera settings. Yeah, there we go. Backman swings, and this one sky to left field and down into the glove of Larry Herndon. All right, this is kind of a nice view. I like how it switches back to the overhead. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right, Lance Parrish setting up the target for Juan Berenguer. Here's the wind in the 1-1. Kevin Mitchell, 22 home runs in the season. And Mitchell swings, and this one, a high fly ball to center field. Got good contact on it, but Chet Lemon will grab it for out number 3. Nothing across from the New York Mets. 1986, we go to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets nothing, and the Tigers coming to bat. Looking at the starting defense for the 1986 Mets from left to right. Mookie Wilson, Lenny Dykstra, and Darryl Strawberry. And around the horn from first to third, Keith Hernandez, Wally Backman, Rafael Santana, Kevin Mitchell, Gary Carter behind the plate of blessed memory, and Bob Ojeda on the mound. Leading off here, Hall of Fame shortstop Alan Trammell. Trammell hitting .375. in this little matchup. Bob Ojeda ready to work. Here is the 1-0 delivery. I love how the pitcher leans in now on this. It's nice. Trammell swings, and this one laced to left. This is going to get down for a base hit, much to the joy of those here at Tiger Stadium. Our weather here, by the way, we have clear sky. It is 59 degrees, and the wind right to left at 10 miles per hour. Kirk Gibson steps in. Gibson just 1 for 8. Trammell into his lead at first. Ojeda checks the runner. Here's the delivery. Gibson swings. Fly ball to center. And down into the glove of Lenny Dykstra. So hustling a bit to his left. Getting back to first is Alan Trammell. One away for center fielder Chet Lemon. Also having a rather cold stick, if you will. He is 1 for 8 in this series. Ojeda checks the runner. Trammell winds and fires the 0-1. And the throw down. And Trammell has himself a stolen base. So Carter comes up gunning, but Trammell wins this race. So the Tigers with a runner in scoring position, 1 down. And the 2-2 pitch to Chet Lemon. Chet Lemon scorches this one to right and scorches it into the glove of Darryl Strawberry. So a liner that Strawberry handles is just an everyday occurrence. 2 away for catcher Lance Parrish, looking for his first hit. So we're in game 3, looking for his first hit here. Here's the pitch. Parrish swings, liner to center, and this gets down into the glove of Lenny Dykstra. Side retired. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, a stolen base, and that runner, Alan Trammell, left on base. We go to the top of the 2nd inning, baseball fans, and it's the Mets and Tigers tied at 0. So Tim, I was working all day today. It was a day from hell. Did you do a game today? If you did, guys, please keep checking in on Clee Baseball Fan 879 doing a 2007 Cleveland Indians replay. They were the Indians in 2007. So do check that out. Again, to remind you guys, Bernard Strome, next Tuesday will be doing his inaugural, I don't know if it's going to be a live broadcast or a recorded or a premiere, but do subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Okay, a video was uploaded today, not a premiere. I always like your premieres. I like when I can catch those, Tim, when I can. His 2 more games in the can, waiting to be uploaded. So Tim, a prolific creator and can do season replays, knocks them out, does them great. Strat cards and dice, one of his weapons of choice, if you will, and does a damn fine game of it. Darryl Strawberry, Mookie Wilson, and Keith Hernandez to lead it off here in the Mets' 2nd, the number 4, 5, 6 hitters. Strawberry is 2 for 8 with 2 home runs, 3 ribbies. One Berenguer deals the 2-2. Strawberry swings, and this one, lazy fly ball to left, hanging up there long enough to come down into the glove of Larry Herndon. So 1 away here for the Mets here in the top of the 2nd, and it brings up Mookie Wilson. Wilson, 4 for 8 thus far in this little series. Berenguer, here's it, has the sign, deals to Mookie Wilson. Wilson cuts on this one, and this is going to get down, base hit. So New York Mets, with 1 out, pick up their first hit of the ball game. So teams tied in runs and hits, and indeed errors with none. Tim saying he just have to keep the Travis Hafner, Johnny Peralta, and Joe Borowski insults to a minimum. They cause his blood pressure to rise, and not in a good way. So hopefully you're doing well, Tim. I know you had a bit of surgery just recently. Hopefully things are going well for you. As MB says, Mookie. And Mookie is on first. And here's Keith Hernandez. Hernandez with a home run, 2 ribbies. He's 3 for 6 so far in this MV matchup of teams. Juan Berenguer with the 1-1 delivery, and this one shot into center for a base hit. So Hernandez, oh my goodness, and oh, the bad throw is Wilson was going to third. They had him gunned down, but this throw getting by third baseman Tom Brookins, Lemon with the throwing error, and Mookie Wilson will score. Hernandez gets the single and an error, and it's 1-0 New York Mets. Just a reminder, too, I was thinking about matching up teams. While it's not as robust as Action PC Baseball or Out of the Park Baseball, a really fun new feature this year in Baseball Mogul is the ability to play any two teams for baseball history, 1901 to 2022. So kind of a very pared down version of what these two games can do, but really, really fun. So for you Baseball Mogul players, give it a go. It's pretty fun. So Tim checking in here about what he's dealing with. He says not in any pain per se, just have to keep the bleeding down. He goes back to the doctor on Thursday for a follow-up. Not optimistic stitches will be removed, but we'll see. Well, Tim, keeping our fingers crossed here for you, man. Glad you're not in a lot of pain, buddy. All right. Here is Tim Tuffle. Tuffle just 1 for 7. So the Mets with Hernandez at second and a run in. Courtesy of the Chet Lemon error. And I mean, Lemon had him gunned down, had Mookie Wilson gunned down. And this one just sailed over Tom Brookins' head by a good 5 feet. So we'll run in. Berenguer deals to Tuffle. Tuffle holds up and draws the walk. So in the 3-1 pitch, Tuffle will go to first. And the Mets with 2 aboard, 1 down. Hernandez at second, Tuffle at first for the great Gary Carter, who's nothing for 7. I really need to find some Mets livery for him. Berenguer waits for the signal from Lance Parrish. Here is the 2-2 to Gary Carter. Carter checks his swing, and the man in blue says he went around. So Berenguer picks up strikeout number 2, and that brings up shortstop Rafael Santana. Santana just nothing for 5. 2 out to run in for New York here in the top of the second as Hernandez lets it go. And Santana, little bounding ball to first, and Evans has it, and he will take it unassisted. However, 1 run, 2 hits and an error, 2 men left. The Mets holding a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. We go to the bottom of the second. The series tied. Lou Whitaker, Larry Herndon. Lou Whitaker, a home run, 2 ribbies. Bob Ojeda, southpaw winds and fires. The 1-2 pitch to Whitaker. Cut on. Weak grounder to short. Whitaker could beat this one out, and he will. So Santana, he didn't score that one an infield single. I would have scored that one an error, but it was hit just enough, I guess. I don't know. I would have to disagree with the official scores, but there you go. Anyhow, Sweet Lou aboard, and that's all the Tigers are really worried about is Larry Herndon steps to the plate. Ojeda has a look at Sweet Lou at first. The 0-1 to Herndon. Herndon swings, bounding ball to short, and they're going to go to first for the out. So Santana not trying for the double play. Whitaker in there at second, 1 away for Darrell Evans. Evans hitting just 167, 1 for 6 in this tournament. As Ojeda brings it in. And, oh, big cut and a miss. Fastball by Ojeda. And that is 2 away here for DH Johnny Grubb. Nothing for 7. Here's the delivery. Grubb swings, and this one liner toward the foul line in left, and nice running catch by Mookie Wilson. Side retired. Tigers get a hit, and that's it. And we go to the top of the 3rd inning. It's the New York Mets 1986 1, the 1984 Detroit Tigers nothing. I am led to understand there will not be any Howie Shanks games tonight, so Robbie Wartburg says he may be back on later tonight with another Ernie Harwell game, either 1985 or 1920, don't know which. Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Bean says, one of my baseball memories is the 1991 Game 7 World Series. He just got back from Iraq, medic, and said, thank you for your service, Jackass Whiskey. TS is excited for Monterey and watch the entire game of the day. And get back home, right? Catching some World Series. That's when you know you're home. Thank you for your service, my friend, on behalf of all of us. Lenny Dykstra now. We're back at the top of the order for the New York Mets. Dykstra, 0 for 1. Juan Berenguer has 2 strikeouts and a walk through 2 innings of work. The 0-2 coming from Lenny Dykstra, or to Lenny Dykstra. Slow grounder to first, and not a problem for Darrell Evans. 3 unassisted, 1 down. Wally Bachman is 0 for 1. The lefty stands in against Berenguer. Parrish with setting the target here. And Juan Berenguer, the 1-2 delivery to Wally Bachman. Cut on, grounded to short. Should be no problem for Alan Trammell. And that little bouncer will be a 6-3 putout, 2 away for Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell 0 for 1 against Berenguer. Just 1 run in this game, courtesy of a throwing error by Chet Lemon, scoring, allowing Mookie Wilson to score 1-0. Berenguer delivers to Kevin Mitchell, the 3-0 delivery. Mitchell lays off this one off the outside corner, 4-pitch walk, and Kevin Mitchell will hold station at first as the straw man comes up. 0 for 1 for Strawberry. Lefty, a little wave of the bat, waiting for Berenguer. Here is the 3-2 to Strawberry, and Strawberry sends this high, deep, and it's gone. Oh, my, 445 feet, and this one is gone, baby. And the New York Mets now up 3-0. So we're gonna, hopefully, can we use, yes we can. Let's do that super sexy, cool thing. Here it comes. Bam! And I mean, this is tattooed. All right. So if you're a Mets fan, here we go. We'll follow around. Touch them all. Touch them all, Daryl. Nice new feature in Out of the Park baseball. Darryl Strawberry indeed was a great player. Robbie Wartburg says he actually created, on request by Aaron, a replay of the 1995 National Championship Series 2. You can do games. Yeah, do it, Robbie. Have fun, man. All right, here's Mookie. 1 for 1 with a run scored. 2 down, 2 in for the Mets. 3-0. Berenguer works now to him. Wilson swinging on the first pitch. Lazy fly ball to right, ranging a bit toward the line is Kirk Gibson. Looks like that's the first put out he's made in this game, by the way. 2 runs on 1 big hit by Darryl Strawberry. No errors, nobody left. The Mets over the Tigers 3-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. So Tom Brookins, Alan Trammell, and Kirk Gibson due up for the 1984 Tigers. 2 absolutely superb teams selected here by MV. And again, I know many people are shocked. Beatles Eternally doing 1980s baseball. If a friend asks, I do it by request. All right, so Tom Brookins hitting just an absolutely, just not very well right now. 125 in the series. He does have a run batted. He's 1 for 8 overall. Pablo Tejeda with a strikeout. Deals to Brookins, the 1-0. Brookins rips on this one. High fly ball deep to center, going back is Lenny Dykstra. This one just short of the track. And the leap, this one looking like it was going to go over Dykstra's head. So 1 up, 1 down for Alan Trammell. Trammell is 1 for 1 in the game today. Detroit has collected 2 hits off of Ojeda thus far. The other thing, Robbie, in Baseball for Windows, when you set that up, make sure you set it up as a postseason, because the ambiance takes on a whole different thing in Baseball for Windows. So set it up as a 7-game or 5-game or whatever you want to do, but set it up as postseason, and you'll experience the game in a new way. It's kind of fun. All right, here is Alan Trammell now with 1 away, bases empty. Ojeda's 1-2. Trammell just staring like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. That's a steal strikeout. And Bob Ojeda with strikeout number 2. That one pulled the string, a little 75-mile-an-hour changeup by Bob Ojeda. Here brings up Kirk Gibson. Gibby 0 for 1. Of course, Gibson an excellent career, no denying that. But the thing that will stick out, I think, for most baseball fans is that epic home run and that amazing call by Vince Scully of that 1988 home run. Kirk Gibson, that was just against Dennis Eckersley. It just didn't get any better than that. Like, absolutely baseball drama. It was brilliant. Good stuff. Oh, geez, that is weird. Jackass Whiskey says when he was in Monterey, experienced an earthquake. It was Saturday about 4 in the morning. He was in the barracks playing Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Everything shifted. Very weird. Yeah, man, if I was playing a war game and all of a sudden everything shifted and there's an earthquake, I'd be like, damn, talk about realism. Wow. All right, here's Gibby now. And actually, you know what, Jackass Whiskey Pinto Beans, you've been in here for a while. So when you type again, you'll see you are now a moderator on this channel. That's something I give to people for coming in, being loyal, being cool. You know, put in some cool baseball links and things like that, whatever. Anyhow, you have yourself mod powers. That also means you catch somebody being a jerk, you know, you can give them the boot. I trust my moderators. So thank you, my friend, for you know, being loyal to the channel. I appreciate it. All right, Gibson in there now. Ojeda with the 1-1 delivery to Gibby. Gibson swings, and this one just a weak little bouncer back to Ojeda, but Gibson's going to pick up an infield single on that one. So that's the 3rd hit collected by the Detroit Tigers, and here's center fielder Chet Lemon. 0-1. He would like to smack something here and make these Detroit fans forget about the error allowing Mookie Wilson to score back in the 2nd. Ojeda checks Gibson at first, and Gibson had some speed. People forget that, but Gibson had some speed. Ojeda delivers. Here's the 0-2. And Chet Lemon, oh, what a great diving stop at short by Rafael Santana. And that retires the side. So Detroit picks up a base hit, just a little infield single by Kirk Gibson, and we go to the top of the 4th, and the Mets maintaining a 3-0 lead. Keith Hernandez, Tim Tuffle, and Gary Carter due up for the Metropolitans. 1 for 1 for Hernandez today. Berenguer has walked 2 and issued 2 free passes. RBI single last time for Hernandez. This time just a little chopper to first. And up with it is Darrell Evans, and he underhands it to Juan Berenguer to cover for out number 1 here in the Met 4th. Tim Tuffle facing Berenguer now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Tuffle swings, hard hit ground ball, and this one's going to just get by and into center field. So Whitaker trying to make the play, but it's under his webbing. And Tuffle aboard for Gary Carter. Still so hard to get my head around the fact that Gary Carter is no longer with us. One of the good guys in the game. Lance Parrish sets the target. Tuffle about 4 steps off first. The 2-2 delivery. Carter swings, and this one a little flare into right, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So Gary Carter with a single. That's the 5th Met base hit. And Tuffle moves to second. Tuffle at second. Carter at first for Rafael Santana, making a great inning-ending play. Back in the 3rd. So not really a lot of speed for the New York Mets. As Santana steps in, he's nothing for 1. Here's the 0-1. Santana, grounder to second, and Detroit will turn the 4-6-3 double play initiated by Sweet Lou Whitaker. Inning over. The Mets get 2 hits, but they do not capitalize. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still the New York Mets 3, the Detroit Tigers nothing. If you're kind of an ass, guess what? I can kick you out. So let's give it a try, buddy. Let's give it a try. You've been good in here without the wrench, so let's give it a shot. If you really don't want the wrench, I'll take it away. All right, Lance Parrish will lead off here, followed by Lou Whitaker and Larry Herndon. Parrish, nothing for 1. Ojeda with 2 strikeouts, no walks through 3. Bob Ojeda's 3-2 pitch. And Parrish swinging on the full count, lines this one to left, and Mookie Wilson ranges over and makes the play. 1 up, 1 down for Sweet Lou Whitaker. Whitaker 1 for 1 today. Ojeda working on a 3-hitter right now. Getting into the middle innings here at Tiger Stadium. Ojeda winds and fires. Here's the 2-0 to Sweet Lou. And Whitaker, lazy fly ball to left and almost walking toward it. And back a little bit is Mookie Wilson. Brings it in. Big Clue says, keep the jackass to yourself, but definitely share the whiskey. Well said, my friend. All right, here is Larry Herndon now. 2 away here in the Detroit 4th. Herndon nothing for 1 for the left fielder. Ojeda peers in, has the sign from Gary Carter. Here is the payoff pitch to Herndon. Herndon swinging. And this one, a slow dribbler to short. And up with it is Rafael Santana on to Keith Hernandez with the 6-3 put out to end the inning. So the Detroit Tigers go quietly in the 4th, and we head to the 5th. 3-0 Mets. Back at the top of the order for the Metropolitans, and Lenny Dykstra, Wally Backman, and Kevin Mitchell. Dykstra now 0 for 2 for Nails. Berenguer deals to him. Grounded out last time. Dykstra will ground out this time as well. Evans to Berenguer for a 3-1 put out. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. For Wally Backman, who is 0 for 2. Oh, I know. You're all good, man. You're all good. Thank you to Bobby Catalano for coming in. She says it's time to go. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Take care. Thank you for coming in, Bobby. Always good to see you. Berenguer now ready to go with Wally Backman. Backman lays off the 3-1 pitch and draws the walk. So ball 4, of course. And Backman with some speed, and here is Kevin Mitchell. Doubt that the Mets are going to have him running. You don't want to take the bat out of Kevin Mitchell's hands. Mitchell, 0 for 1 in today's game. Juan Berenguer has the sign. Here's the delivery, and he's going anyhow. And yep, and I could have called it. Bad mistake. Backman is gunned down by Lance Parrish. Why you're going to run, even whoever it's on, you're gonna run on that Gold Glove arm back there. I don't think so. Wally Backman paying the price. So now 2 down thanks to the caught stealing, and Kevin Mitchell batting with the bases empty. Here is the 1-1 to Mitchell. And Mitchell swings. Hard grounder to first, and Evans takes it on a hop, actually, and that's it. No runs, no hits, nobody left on thanks to the caught stealing, but the Mets still out in front, 3-0. And that's really nothing to lose there, but strange decision to run Backman. Yep, out by a mile. Jackass Whiskey says at Big Clue, I used to collect whiskey, now I simply drink it. Well, in a way, you're still sort of collecting it, at least for a little bit of time. And you can collect whiskey a little longer than you can collect beer. I do not think that whiskey is as much of a diuretic as beer. I don't know. I'll be doing some Guinness and some Jamesons tonight. I will report tomorrow when I'm actually back here sort of officially broadcasting, and we'll see how that all works out. So Howie Shank's game probably tomorrow afternoon. Maybe a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Howie Shank's and then the KCCL tournament. We shall see. And then maybe a game in the evening. So possibly 3 games tomorrow depending upon what MV and Steve Tate do. Because I'm off Monday. So I can do some baseball tomorrow. We can do a late night game tomorrow, actually. What am I thinking? So we'll see what happens. Could be lots of baseball tomorrow. And even if 2 of you are here, I'm doing it. All right. Here's Darrell Evans to lead it off for the 1984 Tigers. Darrell Evans, 0-for-1. So the Tigers with 3 hits, but just not able to solve Bobby Ojeda right now, who going into the bottom of the 5th, still has a 3-hitter going. Ojeda fires it in. Here's the 0-1. Darrell Evans swings, fly ball, but this is not going to make the gap. Instead, that liner is going to go to Lenny Dykstra, who pulls down into the leather for out number 1. Johnny Grubb, wearing San Diego Padres livery, is 0-for-1. Grubb looking for his first hit. He's 0-for-8 overall in this series. DH duties for the Detroit Tigers, batting the 8th slot. Ojeda with the 1-1 delivery to Grubb. Cut on. Sharp ground ball to first. Plenty old time for Keith Hernandez. And takes care of Grubb. So that 3 unassisted. And why is Keith Hernandez not in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Great baseball player, and yet not there. Did he piss off some people in the press? I don't know. Hernandez should be in there. And I'm not a Mets fan, but you got to be objective. Hernandez should definitely be in there. All right, here's Tom Brookins. Brookins 0-for-1. Ojeda deals the 0-1. Brookins swings, and this one a flare, but looks like the wind's going to pick this one up, and enough to pop it right in the glove of Darryl Strawberry. The Detroit Tigers go in order, and we head to the 6th. It's still 3-0 New York Mets. Yeah, and he was on Seinfeld. Damn it, if that doesn't get you in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Of course, Hannes Wagner was not on Seinfeld, and he made it in. So I wonder, Jerry Seinfeld, you gotta love him. What a huge baseball fan he is. He's talking about what he loves to do, and he says, getting famous, doing this stuff. As he said, for him, it's catching a ball game, and he's a frequent flyer. So, way to go, Jerry. Big baseball fan. Of course, my favorite, most famous baseball fan is Geddy Lee. That guy's a fanatic. Bass player, keyboard player, lead vocalist for the legendary band Rush. Geddy Lee is a baseball fanatic. All right, Darryl Strawberry, Mookie Wilson, and Keith Hernandez. 3 scary names up here for the New York Mets. Strawberry, a big 2-run homer back in the 3rd. Berenguer deals now to him. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry looks at a called strike 3, so crossed up on that one. The ball going around the horn. Berenguer making a nice pitch, that fastball. Full strawberry badly. So Big Clue says Keith's problem is that he was a first baseman who's not famous for power hitting. In the Baseball Writers Association, voters have zero imagination. Boy, isn't that right? And we talked the other night, Big Clue. What about our Eddie Matthews talk? Now, clearly, here's a man rated the second greatest third baseman of all time. 5 ballots? 5 ballots. I don't know what they're smoking up there. He is rated on Baseball Reference. You look at everything is black and gray, the whole thing. He is behind one Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmitty in there, and it took 5 ballots to get Eddie Matthews in. Makes no sense. Eddie Matthews was a nice guy, so I don't know. Was it because Matthews played for the Braves? But he played for some pretty good Milwaukee Braves team. What a mystery. Berenguer deals to Mookie Wilson. The 3-2. Wilson lays off, draws the walk. So that fastball mixing low. 92 on the gun. And here's Keith Hernandez. Wilson has serious speed. Hernandez 1 for 2. He does have a home run in this playoff or series, whatever you want to call it. So Juan Berenguer has fan 3, walked 4, 1 down. Wilson, good lead at first. Parrish, good arm back there. Berenguer delivers. The runner does not go. Hernandez swings. Line to center. Coming in hard and making a diving catch is Chet Lemon. What a great play in center field. And we're going to have a quick look at that one again. Making a great play there, Chet Lemon. I mean, boom, that's how you do it. All right. So 2 outs here for Tim Tuffle. Tuffle DHing. He is 1 for 1. Berenguer delivers. Tuffle, holds up. Here's the throw down. Wilson is going to be safe by about 317 miles. So that ball hitting the dirt, and they're not able to get the tag on Mookie. So Mookie in scoring position with 2 away. Mets threatening here. Tuffle not exactly a power hitter. Berenguer delivers the 1-1. Tuffle swings, and that's going to be a liner to right, and that's going to score Wilson. So an RBI for Tim Tuffle, and the New York Mets pick up their 4th run of the game as Tuffle stands out at first, much to the chagrin of the Detroit Tiger faithful. 4-0 Mets. And here's Gary Carter. Gary Carter managing an infield single. He is 1 for 2. Berenguer checks the rather average-footed, I guess, Tim Tuffle. Carter swinging on the first pitch, grounded hard to short. Trammell up with it and fires onto second to retire the side. But the New York Mets pick up another run, and it's now 4-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 6. Clee baseball fan, yes, let's not forget, today is Jackie Robinson Day. 15 April 1947. Ebbets Field, the Flatbush section of Brooklyn, to really quote from the Ken Burns baseball documentary, on that day, baseball became what it always, truly became what it always claimed to be, the national pastime. So a little quick story. You guys know I'm not an F-ball fan. There's our Red Sox fan. There he is. You guys know I'm not an F-ball fan at all. However, I used to work for Penn State University and I was very honored to become friends with Joe Paterno. And you may not know this or not, Joe Paterno's favorite sport was baseball. So Paterno, I used to walk to work in the nice weather, so spring, summer, early autumn, what have you. I'd frequently walk to work. So walk through the woods, and at the end of the woods, once you got back into that part of University Park, Joe and Sue Paterno's house was like up at the top of this bike path that I used to take. And so many times Joe Paterno and I would talk baseball. and he was a little kid. He was there. He was there on 15 April 1947, and he told me, he said, of all my accomplishments here at Penn State and everything, he said that was the greatest thing he ever saw in sports, was the day that Jackie Robinson took the field in 1947. And that's really, really something coming from somebody like Joe Paterno. It's awesome. Always gracious. Paterno did. He was given a bit of a bad rap, without the whole "he who shall not be named." But Paterno did. He did report, and it was really the Penn State president, Graham Spanier, who chose not to do anything about it. Joe Paterno did so much for Penn State University, and did so much for the community and the nation at large. And it's sad to see that Paterno got a bad rap. But Sandusky will wither away in hell, and wither away in prison, and then in hell for what he did. So, anyhow, back to baseball. Alan Trammell here leads it off for the Detroit Tigers of 1984 in the bottom of the sixth. Trammell 1 for 2 today, but the Mets not able to solve Bob Ojeda, still with a 3-hitter. Ojeda into his motion. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Alan Trammell. Ripped, but this one in foul territory, twisting foul, and giving chase is Gary Carter, and he is going to make the catch in foul territory on the first base side. 1 up, 1 down for Kirk Gibson. Looking for Gibson. Love to see him jack one out of here. 1 for 2 for Gibby today. The big lefty stands in. Ojeda has the sign. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carter sets the target. The 3-1 to Kirk Gibson. Gibson swings and sinking liner to center. This will get down for a base hit. So that's the 4th hit for these Motor City Cats. Gibson aboard. Here's Chet Lemon. Chet Lemon making a brilliant play in center earlier in this game. Chet Lemon is nothing for 2 at the plate. Al, I hope you're doing well. As Al Red Sox, Al, hope you're doing well. Al, greeting everybody in the chat. It's been a few minutes, Al. I hope you're doing well. All right, so Al, we wish we could have gotten you involved in the Howie Shanks League. I think it's going to shape up to be something super unique. But anyhow, I hope you're doing well. But Ojeda deals the 1-2. Gibson does not go. This one, sinking liner to center. This is going to get down. Now here come the Tigers, and Gibson is going to make it into third as the ball drops in front of Dykstra. So Chet Lemon picking up the double, and the Tigers could be in business here. 2 in scoring position, 1 away for Lance Parrish. 5 hits now for the Tigers, down 4-0. Looking to break the ice against Bob Ojeda. Ojeda works from the stretch. Gary Carter with the sign, and first pitch swinging, Lance Parrish. This one a little blooper to right, and down into the glove of Darryl Strawberry, and quickly the straw man gets it back in on the infield. So Gibson tagging started for home, but that ball shallow, and Strawberry able to get that throw off quickly. So 2 away, and now it's up to Sweet Lou here. Whitaker 1 for 2. Ojeda wheels and deals. Whitaker, the first pitch. This one, shallow fly ball to center and right into the glove of Lenny Dykstra. So the Tigers waste an opportunity with 2 runs in scoring position. And we head to the top of inning number 7 here at Tiger Stadium. And it's the New York Mets 4 and the Detroit Tigers in 1984. Nada. And our Red Sox fan, that's not good. He says could be better. Ow, I hope things, it's kind of a little worrying, man. Could be better. Not hearing that, not used to hearing that from Al. He's usually very, very upbeat. Things going well. I hope things are not too terribly bad, my friend. That worries me. You and I don't get a chance much to cross paths anymore, but you know, your friend, I care about you, buddy. So that's why you're holding that wrench in here. All right, here's Rafael Santana to lead it off for the Mets here in 1986, top of the seventh against these 84 Tigers. Santana nothing for two in the game. Berenguer 3 strikeouts, 4 walks through 6, and touched up for 4. New York Mets scoring 1 in the second, 2 in the third by the Strawberry home run, 1 in the sixth, and goose eggs for the Tigers. Berenguer deals the 3-1 delivery to Santana. Santana, a little comebacker to the mound. Berenguer up with it, and he will fire it right onto first, and that will be the first out of the inning, the 1-3. Berenguer to Evans, and here's Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra 1 for 10 overall. So sleeping bat by Lenny here. Berenguer has the sign from Lance Parrish to count even on Dykstra. And Dykstra looks at one on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Little slider catching the paint by Juan Berenguer, and that is out number 2, and that's his 4th K. So Wally Backman batting with 2 away here. Nothing for 2 for Backman. Here's the delivery, the 2-0. Backman, comebacker. Berenguer has himself an easy inning. The New York Mets go in order. 7th inning stretch time here at Tiger Stadium. And it is 4-0 New York Mets. Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Beans personally... Oh, okay, so let's go back. Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Beans says that he's always thought Cap Anson had a large effect on the segregation of baseball. Do you think that's correct? Well, he did. It was not atypical of the time. He did threaten. In fact, there was a game they were playing. They were going to play the Toledo Blue Stockings. Of course, Fleet Walker on that team. And Anson said that he wouldn't play until they got that N-word off the field, but realized that nobody would get any money, so decided to play. But there were other players. Tony Mullane, pitcher, and as an Irishman, sad to it was a bad time of the game. Tony Mullane would never ever. Really, what was his catcher? I think it was Bud Fowler. Somebody will correct me on that. Just would not. Didn't matter what the catcher would throw down. So, but it was not atypical. And you have to remember, I mean, it wasn't so much that Anson. I mean, Anson was a great player, certainly. But it was really the owners that made that horrific, terrible gentleman's agreement. But yeah, I mean, Anson was a jerk, and it doesn't excuse it. I mean, but that was, how many, I mean, we don't know about how many players in the 19th century, and on into Leo DeRocher's famous dressing down of the Dodgers. When the news was broken in 1947, Jackie was going to come to the show from, the Montreal team, right, the Dodgers affiliate. And DeRocher pretty much says, yeah, get the hell out. You want to be on the team? You can go. This man is coming. It was pretty much known, Speaker, not very friendly to African-American players. Ty Cobb hated black people. But then on the flip side, you had people like Hannes Wagner, who was honored that he was compared to Pop Lloyd. So, but I will agree with Big Clue that it was certainly not atypical. I mean, remember, guys, you had Plessy versus Ferguson. I believe that case was in 1894. Right? The Supreme Court, basically the separate but equal, which basically allowed for legislated Jim Crow laws. all over the United States. And Plessy versus Ferguson wouldn't be overturned for a decade. So even at the federal government. So while we can certainly demonize Cap Anson, you know, Chief Justice Taney was even a bigger jerk. All right, Bob Ojeda now will face Larry Herndon, Darrell Evans, and Johnny Grubb. Ojeda, 2 strikeouts. He's not walked a batter yet. Has a 5-hitter going. Detroit trying to get to him, but left 2 in scoring position last time up. And just a little grounder to third. And Kevin Mitchell has it and sends it on to Keith Hernandez. For 1 down. So I don't know if Al Red Sox fan is in here still. I'd like to get his opinion why he thinks Keith Hernandez is not in the Hall of Fame. I'd love to get his perspective on it. All right, here's first baseman Darrell Evans, nothing for 2. Ojeda winds and fires the 3-2 pitch. Evans swings, and this one sent out into the gap and left, but ranging over toward his left and back is Mookie Wilson. Wilson calling off Dykstra. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Tigers. Big Clues is, by the way, for you history buffs, the courthouse where Dred Scott was decided is literally a few hundred feet from Busch Stadium if you ever get the chance. Wow. Did not know that, Big Clue. Thank you. Never been to St. Louis, but if I do, that will be definitely... I will stop there before I stop at Busch Stadium. So Al says that Hernandez was a very good player. Yeah. It's right by the Gateway Arch, says Big Clue. I think Hernandez should be in there. And I know a couple other people in the... I know Robert, RJO Network, feels the same way. And granted, Robert's a Mets fan. I'm not, and I still think Hernandez should be in there. And I know Hernandez was also a Cardinal, but I really think he should be in there. Would I, the same breath as Lou Gehrig or, Babe Ruth? No, but I think Hernandez should be in there. I'm just curious, get people's thoughts on Keith Hernandez. Ojeda now deals to Johnny Grubb, the 1-0. Grubb swings, and he laces this into left, and this is going to get down for a base hit. So Johnny Grubb picking up the base hit, and here's Tom Brookins batting with 2 away. Detroit looking at this point to at least try to get on the board. Break the Ojeda hoodoo, if you will. Brookins is nothing in 2 attempts. Grubb no speed at first. The payoff pitch to Tom Brookins. Brookins swings, and this one grounded deep to short, and Trammell making a nice play, or Santana making a nice play onto Hernandez. And once again, the Tigers get turned away. And we go to the top of the 8th. The New York Mets poised to take a 2-1 lead here. As Kevin Mitchell, Darryl Strawberry, and Mookie Wilson will bat against Juan Berenguer. Big Clue says, look, if any batter in an offensive position doesn't have 3,000 hits or 500 home runs, then he damn well better have 3 MVPs or 15 All-Star selections or something crazy like that to make the case so obvious. Bernard Strom coming in with batting average 296, 2,182 hits, 162 home runs, 1,000. That's going to fall short of Hall of Fame numbers, in his humble opinion. Yeah, peak and prime candidates have a very difficult time. Yeah, so, except for, but if you're Harold Baines, you get in again. I guess we shouldn't keep picking on Harold Baines on this channel so much, but and again now with that, and I appreciate you. So he's asking, was Keith a dominant player during his time period, his position? That's what must be decided. Yeah, to the writer's credit, they rejected Baines, but Baines is in. So Jackass Whiskey says Hernandez should be in the Hall of Fame if only for his great hair. Big Clue says I read from multiple places that some voters disregarded the co-MVP as it's not a legit MVP award. Big Clue talking about 1979 when Hernandez shared that with Willie Stargell. I think, in my opinion, and I'm not disagreeing with anybody, it's just there are lesser players in the Hall of Fame. And I know somebody could back, well, then we're opening the door to everybody, but I don't know, that's a hard one. Because that dominance argument, was Rabbit Moranville dominant? Not really. I mean, he was a superb defensive shortstop, but was he? Then again, he's playing when the prototype of the modern shortstop, Hannes Wagner, is playing. And, you know, certainly Moranville, not a patch on Wagner, Vaughn, Jeter, Rodriguez, any of those guys, yet Moranville's in there. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Big Kalou says name an eligible first baseman not connected to PEDs who's clearly better than Hernandez as a candidate. Goes on to say Hernandez is basically Todd Helton without the Coors Field effect. I appreciate everybody's thoughts. I really, really do. And Helton's going in this January. I hope it does. I'd like to see Keith in there. I really would. All right, Berenguer delivers the 1-2 delivery to Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell swings, and this fly ball will stay up in the stratosphere long enough to come down into the glove of Larry Herndon. Trotting on to his right, and Aurelio Lopez will come in now to pitch. So Juan Berenguer's day is done. Aurelio Lopez making his first appearance. So average control, average stuff, and below average movement. Straw man with a home run, batting now with one down. Lopez finishing his warm-up pitches. Here's the 2-2. Strawberry swings. Routine grounder to first. And up with it is Darrell Evans throwing on to Lopez for the 3-1 putout, one down. Keith was a good defender, says Al Red Sox fan. The Hall of Fame discussions are fun, because we talked about Big Clue rightly bringing up the nepotism. Frankie Frisch, great ball player, but it's also thanks to him that there's some guys that clearly are in there that should not be. Maybe we get, I don't know. The Hall of Fame is a weird bird. It's as bad as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, all right, Mookie Wilson, 1 for 2. Aurelio Lopez with a 1-0 delivery to Wilson. He has singled, walked, scored twice. Wilson, comebacker, and Aurelio Lopez walks this one like a stray little firefly. 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Mets still 4-0 over the Detroit Tigers in 1984. Alan Trammell, Kirk Gibson, and Chet Lemon. So Detroit getting 2 more chances to crack Bob Ojeda. Bob Ojeda looking for possibly a complete game shutout. Trammell in the right, batting from the right side, of course. Here is the delivery. Trammell swinging on this 1-1 pitch. Lofted to left, ranging to his left is Mookie Wilson. So Trammell is retired, and that brings up Kirk Gibson. Gibby 2 for 3 today, and what may be a losing cause for these Tigers. Ojeda rears and fires. Gibson swings at the first pitch. Lazy fly ball to center field. Lenny Dykstra drawing a beat on it, and he has it. So Gibson will go back to the dugout. And here's Chet Lemon. Lemon 1 for 3. Again, Lemon with a great play in center field. Here's the pitch. Lemon Swings, and this one's going to get down. Base hit's going to go to the wall for extra bases, bouncing off the wall. Strawberry has it, up with it. Throw to the cutoff man, and Chet Lemon has himself a 2-out double. So the Detroit Tigers outpacing the New York Mets here and hits, but it's not where it counts. Lance Parrish, nothing for 3. Ojeda rubbing up the ball. Asking for a new one now from the ump. Gets it. Peers in, has the sign from Gary Carter. Chet Lemon, average speed at first. The 3-0 delivery to Lance Parrish. Parrish lays off and draws ball 4. So this was just off the plate on the outside. As everybody inwardly now is channeling their Bob Uecker. Here's Lou Whitaker. 2-1, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Ojeda deals, full count to Lou Whitaker. Whitaker lays off. Could the Tigers be cracking the Ojeda hoodoo? So Ojeda walks him loaded. Having a little walk around the mound out there. A little toss of the rosin bag. A little frustration on the face of Bob Ojeda. And here's Larry Herndon and no place to put him. Swing of the bat, and this game is tied. Ojeda here's in, has the sign now. Carter sets up just a bit outside of Herndon. And the pitch, and Herndon is not going to get it done. It's back to Ojeda. Ojeda on to Hernandez, and the Detroit Tigers go to the 9th. It's 4-0 New York. Al brings up a good point. He says he thinks that another thing that could hurt Keith is the cocaine trial. That is a good point. Gil Hodges gets in, Don Mattingly, Steve Garvey are popular candidates. This big clue, but Keith Hernandez can't get the time of day. Dick Allen keeps getting the cold shoulder. Yeah, why the hell is Dick Allen? Our Red Sox fan says, I mean, Dom DiMaggio is an excellent outfielder, solid hitter, yet he's usually not even discussed as an all-time Red Sox, which that surprises me. I think he definitely deserves that. And of course, let's face it, Dom DiMaggio's got a bigger shadow than Lloyd Wainer did. At least Lloyd Wainer was a, career 307 hitter. Dom DiMaggio was, I think, a 280 hitter. But I mean, come on, when your brother's Joe. But that surprises me that Dom DiMaggio not considered among the Red Sox great. I mean, he was a fine ball player. Parker not in. Alrighty, top of the 9th, and we've been talking about Keith Hernandez. He is 1 for 3. He'll lead it off, followed by Tim Tuffle and Gary Carter. Aurelio Lopez has worked 2/3 of an inning in relief. The 1-2 delivery to Hernandez. Hernandez a rip and a miss. So a little slider action by Aurelio Lopez, and that is a 1 down. Tim Tuffle 2 for 2 with a run batted in. The 1-1. Tuffle cuts on this one. Lazy fly ball to left, ranging toward the line and making the catch is Larry Herndon. 2 up, 2 down. Lopez looking to set the Mets down in order here in the 9th. Gary Carter 1 for 3. Carter with an infield single in this game. Aurelio sets and fires the 3-1 to Carter. Gary Carter held up. That was close. Lopez and Parrish wanting that call. And Gary Carter aboard. Brings up Rafael Santana. Tigers fans hanging in there. Not too many heading for the turnstiles yet. Lopez deals to Rafael Santana. Shortstop to shortstop to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and Detroit will send up Daryl Evans, Johnny Grubb, and Tom Brookins. So this is 1984 Tigers versus the 1986 Mets. Doing this little best of seven by request of MV. These are two of his favorite baseball teams. Daryl Evans 0 for 3. Ojeda looking for a complete game shutout. And this one hit in the alley to left. No, what a diving play. Lenny Dykstra making a brilliant catch. Let's look at that one again. So Dykstra going hard for this ball and stretches out. What a play by Dykstra. One away for Johnny Grubb, who is 1 for 3. Mets looking to take a 2-1 lead in this best of 7. Ojeda winds and fires the 0-1 to Grubb. And Grubb, what the hell was that? That was some weirdness. But I guess we'll take it. Santana going so far to his right. It was, well, so out of the park, like Action PC will have its weird little glitches. Turns out to be a 6-3. We have to look at that again. That was funny. That was really funny. Here we go. See what it's going to look like. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're going to make it look routine there. But let's look at the regular replay and see what it does. I want to see if it does that, because he just flew. Nope. So, little graphic glitch. It happens. It happens. All right, anyhow, 2 away. That was funny. Oh, my God. Oh, Second City TV. SCTV, funny stuff. Oh, no, you're talking about SCTV Network. I thought you meant from Chicago, Second City TV. Great comedy troupe. John Candy and company. So, pardonnez-moi. Yeah, it does happen. That was funny. That was a funny one. Man, he made Hannes Wagner and Archie Vaughn look like pikers. Rafael Santana. Wow. All right. It's down to Tom Brookins this game, pretty much. Here we go. Here's the wind, and Brookins. This lazy fly ball. Dykstra comes in, and that's the game. So New York Mets get the win on a 7-hitter by Bob Ojeda. New York Mets got an exceptional performance from Bob Ojeda, who silenced the Tigers' offense en route to a 4-0 shutout win in Game 3 of the series. The Tigers could never get a beat on the left-handed Ojeda, who threw 9 innings of shutout ball. The Mets holding a 2-1 advantage in this best-of-7 series. Ojeda gave New York a solid start. Yep. No runs on 7 hits over 9 innings. So when we do this again, and God knows when it'll be, we'll be still hanging out at Tiger Stadium here for this. So just a quick recap of this series, hopefully, or not. Out of the park is going to be weird. Ah, well, that's fine. The celebration is awesome looking. It really, really is. Well, this was fun. I wasn't planning on doing baseball. I got to get ready. I have to doing music tonight. But there we go. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But so talking about Dewey Evans. Wow, okay, so doesn't even want to shut down. There we go. Perhaps, no. No, come on. All right, I guess we're going to have to brute force it. Oh my God, we can't even brute force it. Out of the park just wants to hang out here for a little bit. Ah, well. Let the discussion go for a couple more minutes, and I'm going to have to do the task manager thing here. Wow, this is really kind of crap. And out of park 24 and task. Come on, baby. You can do this. There we go. All right. Hopefully it saved that game. Holy shit. Boink. All right. So, Red Sox fan, he's been, I see, he's got 20 and a hours into this. So Al, you're 7 hours. You have 7 more hours into Out of the Park than I do, bud. Take care, man. Good to see you. I hope things get a little better for you. I really, really do. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to be closing it down too. Thank you very much. I think Robbie Wartburg is threatening to come back and do a game later this evening. And remember, Bernard Strom starts next Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, doing PC Replay Baseball. So it's going to be fun to check it out, guys. Please do, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for hanging out with me in this unannounced baseball broadcast today. So my thank yous to Bernard Strom, to Big Clue, our Red Sox fan, Jackass Whiskey, and Pinto Beans. John DFW, who, damn it, again, I missed. He said he downloaded the ballpark's logo as a face Jennifer out of Park 24, really enjoying it. John, if you're still here, I'm sorry I missed you again. You always seem to ninja in on me, and I miss you, my friend. All right. So John DFW, thank him again for setting up that awesome Discord that we have. Big Clue, Clee Baseball Fan 879. Big Clue gets 2 mentions. And we don't know where the redoubtable Steve Tate is. MV, thank you very much, my friend, for coming in. He's doing this game for you. Robert Wartburg. And that's it, guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And oh, there you are, John. I've been missing you, man. Every time you come in, you like a ninja in and out. And it's like John leaves. I never get this. It's like John thinks I'm ignoring him. I'm not, bud. So thank you so much for the Discord. Good to see you in here. I'm glad you're loving Out of the Park 24. So am I. I think by far this is the best edition. Just killing it. They're killing it this year. So they still need some patches though. It's still a little bit of weirdness going on, but loving it, loving it, loving it. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do a crap ton of baseball on the channel, some Howie Shanks, some KCCL, and God knows what the hell else we'll do. Maybe we'll just sit and get maybe tomorrow if we can get some people. Um, Want to maybe we'll fire up Discord and maybe just get a bunch of people on to talk, and we'll let an out of the park game just autoplay, and we'll just chat some baseball tomorrow. I really love to do those types of chats. So anybody feels like coming on the mic tomorrow and just talking baseball while the game plays in the background, let's do it. It'd be fun. Until then, see you guys around the batting cage. And much love to everyone. Oh, and thanks to Bobby Catalano. Damn it, I forgot to thank her. Thank you, Bobby. Anyhow, much love to everybody. See you tomorrow.